you are the brand, even if technically not boring could be run by somebody else. So how do you as the brand get up every day and produce high quality content and hit send on time so that it goes out on Mondays?
The bigger the audience gets, the more accountability I feel to making sure that something gets out. But it is not easy. Right now it's Wednesday and I have no idea what I'm writing about on Monday. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll think of something tomorrow and start writing. And this is what happens every week. Luckily, because I've been writing for a while and writing on similar-ish topics, I have building blocks. So it's not like I'm starting totally fresh on exploring a totally foreign space. I have to spend the next 4 days after I come up with the idea, one, just immersing myself as much as possible, listening to podcasts, reading about that topic. And then at some point, just start writing. In the beginning, again, it was very much like, I don't know if anybody wants to read this. Now, I at least have evidence for the past X number of weeks that people want to read this stuff, so I feel less bad about that. The more challenging part now is I'm writing about topics that other people are much more expert than I am, and so there's definitely still the imposter syndrome coming in and being like, here's this blockchain that I am familiar with and have been following, but like there are people who build on it all day and invest in it all day and all of this who know way more than I do, and I'm going to get some stuff wrong, but here you go. I'm going to pretend that I'm the expert on this thing for the week. That's probably the most psychologically challenging piece of it still. And then there's just like the very real stress of the whole thing. I am, as you can probably tell, like a very upbeat, happy, optimistic person. And still, like I've gone through some of the harder periods mentally of my life during this, because there are some weeks where I'm just like, I have no idea how I can get this week done, and maybe it all falls apart if I can't figure out how to write something this week, and I'll get like stressful and snappy. And I have a child, so one, that means I have to provide for the child, but then two, it means like I'm probably not sleeping. I want to spend like those in between hours not just researching but hanging out with him, and just like a bunch of stuff that adds up, and I need to keep the quality bar at the same level. So I'm not complaining, but it just gets stressful for sure.